Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Everything Bears, where we talk about everything Bears. If you're new to the show, please make sure to hit like, subscribe, and ding the bell for the notifications. We are back.
Woo!
Football is back, and we have plenty of things to talk about from the game yesterday. So let's get into it next.
Mic check. Chicago check. Monsters of the Midway check. Every Sunday got the city on fire. Every episode taking Bears fans higher. Talking quarterbacks, linebackers, draft day dreams. Breaking down the game like a championship team. No hot takes, just football facts. Blue and orange faithful got our backs. From Hollis to today, we carry the torch. Welcome to the show. Pull up a chair on the porch. Everything Bears show. Bears, let's go. Everything Bears show. Everybody knows. Everything Bears show. From the lake to the road. Everything Bears show. Chicago, let's go. The Bears never sleep. And neither do we. Everything Bears show.
Everything Bears show is off the chain. He's out of control right now.
What's up, Bears fans? Welcome to the Everything Bears Show, your home for everything Bears. And as Wedge stated, boys, we are back. We're back. That's it. We are back. And also, too, if you're new, as Wedge also said, hit the like, hit the subscribe, do all that good stuff. The channel's been growing. It's been a lot of fun. We meet new faces every show. It's fantastic. Come and join us. But, Wedge, man, we beat the Browns in preseason. I know we want to tamper and go, hey, look it's the Browns. It's preseason, and I get it. But what we got to see yesterday was our depth.
Yes. It was amazing to see. So the Browns came out and they had all their starters, at least on offense. All their starters were playing against. We had a few starters out there on defense. I know Devin Bush. We got to see him in a Bears uniform. Yes. He looked great, by the way.
I know.
Half of our starting defensive line was out there. The secondary, we got to see the unveiling of Dylan Thieneman.
That's right.
He was out there. So, but cornerbacks 3, 4, somewhere down the depth chart. We got to see Xavier Woods for a little bit as well. So I would say about half of our starting defense. And the depth, like you said, it was on display. We got to see the white rhino out there. He was looking good.
He got a lot of snaps.
Our defensive line in general, we will talk more about this in a bit, but wow, improvement there. Optimism there. Learn sitting here, puffed out chest, just ready to talk about it, man. If you guys have seen the chat already, Learn is fired up, ready to go. So where should we start?
I don't know, but I tell you, there's a lot to be fired up about. Because, again, just all around, both sides of the ball. As a Bears fan, I'm concerned about the defensive line. I saw some very good things from unexpected bedfellows yesterday.
Yeah.
Let's start there. Because I'm really jacked up about this defensive line. Gallamore, see, I remembered his name. Did I not say last episode, this guy better make me remember his name?
Yeah.
And he did. This dude is going to be, I think he's actually going to be quite a threat because his physicality, he ripping through offensive linemen and making TFLs and disrupting the middle of that offensive line was great to see. Gallamore, man, woof. Same thing with Vandenberg. Same thing. That kid was in the mix. You see his get off. You see his motor. You see his strength. I am gushing over these two defensive linemen.
Yeah. So my 2 cents on this. Gallamore looks legit, right? Relatively unknown for us. he's doing what he did in Indianapolis. And when we talk about defensive linemen from Indy, maybe a little bit sour taste in our mouth. But Gallamore looked legit, man. The dude was strong at the point of attack. He did what we wanted him to do. He's an upgrade in run stuffing, penetration. He was in the backfield. And his running mate, Vandenberg, was doing very good.
Yeah.
Didn't flash as much in the backfield, but that wasn't his game.
Right.
He held up against double teams without getting pushed back, which is what you need in your big D tackle.
Right.
He was run fitting, and he was throwing offensive linemen around, man. He was crashing piles and everything else. If a defensive lineman has a stalemate at the offensive line, you are doing your job. And this is the kid's first taste of the NFL. And there is a lot to be geeked up about, man. I'm fucking jacked up just talking about it.
I know.
Like, man, it's just great to be talking about football. There is a new energy on the show, boys. So I see you guys starting to check in. True, what's up? Big Baller, welcome. Good morning, sirs.
True Pilgrim in the building. That run defense looks rugged.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, bear down.
Yes.
Bear down, True. Big Baller in the building. Does this game change your depth chart of the D-line? Maybe a little bit, Baller. Little bit. Gallamore, definitely going to want to see more of him. And
Does Gallamore overtake Big Dex? In my opinion, he does.
Yeah, from what we saw yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then, True right here. This is another guy we want to see more from, Vandenberg. You know, it's his first NFL start. He got out there. You know, he was involved in some big plays. I think there was like a 4th and 1.
Yeah.
A 4th down play, and he was a part of that whole kerfluffle in the middle of the line that ended up being a TFL. Somebody else got the tackle, but it was Vandenberg moving the pile and moving offensive linemen out of the way. And I was like, oh, man, this kid's in the mix. So, definitely want to see more of both of these guys. Who else jumped off the film yesterday was Lynch.
Yeah, number 97. He was constantly in the backfield. Like, he was probably one of the most disruptive players outside of Chroma, which we got to give him his own segment here. But Lynch was very disruptive. Did you see that they also had him out at defensive end?
Yeah, they moved him around a bit. Yeah.
So he was rushing from the inside, and he was going against, 2s and 3s. So before, we finish pumping up the hype train all the way. But, man, when you're in there, you got to make plays. And he stood out big time. Yeah. He was making a living in the backfield. He had pass rushing moves, rips and swims and push and pulls in the whole nine.
Yeah. Didn't he get him didn't he bat a ball too? I mean, he was very active. He was very active. It was very refreshing because, again, going into this season, I mean, all we've talked about is the defensive line, and the defensive line, it's a big question mark. And, to see that activity coming from these guys, this is our second team. These could end up being rotational pieces come the final 53. It just was refreshing to see, and I'm pumped. I'm pumped about it.
True makes a good point here, too. We've concentrated on the D-line, but the linebackers look fast and aggressive. We got to see – we didn't see our full complement, but Devin Bush, man, he's everything that we signed and we were hoping for. He looked legit. We didn't see TJ Edwards, which, not surprising, we'll probably see in this upcoming week. I thought Jackson looked really good.
The speed, man. That's what I've immediately noticed. I said we did get faster at linebacker. The speed on our defense and that front seven just looks overall faster. And it's like, okay, they did the damn thing.
Yeah. Not as much pass rush as I wanted to see. As we're pumping everybody up, I tell you what, the one person who was notably quiet for me that has me concerned, Austin Booker. I was expecting more. He was going against a rookie tackle, left tackle, and we didn't hear or see much of old Austin Booker now. Yeah. So we'll have to see. We might have to temper our expectations. It's only one game. But if you're going against a rookie left tackle, I expected to see a little bit more.
Should have ate him for breakfast, actually. Yeah. Especially, again, if we were thinking his trajectory was way up. Yeah, rookie tackle, you should have been taking his lunch.
Something, man. I wanted to see more. We needed to see more, I think. So, like if we were pointing arrows up, Vandenberg, Lynch, arrows up, Chroma, arrows up, arrows down. Gallamore, I'd put arrow up as well. Arrow down would be Austin Booker. We've seen a little bit of Contavious Street. I thought he played pretty well as well, so he's probably a flat line for me.
Yeah.
Another person who stood out to me towards the end, Loving. The guy from Wake Forest, man, that we talked about, the UDFA. I thought he looked pretty good as well.
Yeah.
So I see the chat going here. I haven't, as I'm chatting, I'm trying to read and it's not working very well.
I would respond to Learn there.
Okay. Hey, Wedge, should I go find a Packers fan for you to cuddle with? Why are we looking for the negative on a game like that? Maybe a rookie tackle. How high was he drafted? He was a top 10 pick. But Learn, you and I both know Austin Booker, we set the bar pretty high for him.
Yeah.
So, hey, we call balls and strikes here, man. It's the first game of preseason, so I'm not going to be like, bench this guy. He's a fucking scrub. He's going to be no good for us. But he needs to continue to improve, man. I expected a little bit more out of him.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty safe to say. So,
and especially, even if the kid was a top 10 draft pick, he's a rookie in his first start. And, maybe the kid's the real deal.
Yeah.
Which, again, doesn't seem... It's not a good look for Booker because you're supposed to be kind of going into year 3 or 4 here, kind of a seasoned player. You should have taken the kid's lunch.
Yeah. I mean, if we're comparing players, I thought he looked better than Dio.
Okay. That's fair.
I'll give him that. But, yeah, I learn. Don't try to fucking kill my buzz, bro. But, overall, super excited about the first preseason game and what the depth of this defense looked. The run defense, I think we could say off of the initial viewing is going to be better, right? That we know for sure. Can the pass rush start developing behind it? We haven't seen some of our best pass rushers out there yet. So to be determined, right? That's what the preseason's for. Let's get it flushed out and figure it out. But Truth's saying we might need another edge, possibly. Yeah. So,
Big Mike
checking it.
Vandenberg was pretty much doubled the whole game, which tells you the dude's a dog. They were doubling him a lot, and I think he was handling it. So that's dude is a dog.
Yeah.
Big Baller says Hippolyte 7 tackles. Yeah, so staying on D-line and linebackers, Hippolyte kind of flashed.
Yeah,
kind of flashed.
A little bit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jade Walker had more tackles than Dio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good to see old Jade out there, but no catches for him, but that's all right.
He only played like one offensive series.
Yeah. Barlissimo, what's up, fuckers? Good morning, Governor. Good morning, Governor. Let's see. There's plenty of time to get tough on them. Can we at least celebrate 8 minutes?
Bro, we waited till 12 minutes to say anything remotely negative, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, no, it was a great win, okay? 34-10. Put it on them. The Bears put it on them.
This defense went against the Browns' first-string offensive unit, man. What's his nuts? Captain Robin Tug. He might have completed a lot of passes, but nothing was down the field. Like it was all under 10 yards. Okay. Yeah. Against our second string secondary. Congratulations.
And somebody can fact check me. I think after 1 week of preseason, I think the Bears are the highest scoring team in the NFL right now.
Without even scoring in the first quarter. Which we'll get to the offensive side in a bit.
So, all right, we're going to gas them up, Learn. We're going to gas up the team, okay? We got things locked and loaded to gas them up. We're only 15 minutes into the show, Learn.
Mm-hmm. But we touch on it all, brother. So,
let's see. Dio looked motivated. Our twos held against their ones. Then we were better throughout from that point. Yeah, I mean... That was good to see, right? Our threes were better than their twos.
Yeah. Things overall, like kind of repeating what Barrelissimo said here and stacking on that. The back half of this roster, which they worked pretty diligently on this year, was definitely on display. And the depth on this team has definitely improved. We showed that we had a lot of depth last year, especially in the secondary with all the injuries, but it was on full display from the D-line to the linebackers to the DBs at this point. So very encouraging to see that.
Learn says, where's Go Pack Go? This is the perfect vibe for him. He'll show up. They'll always show up. Big Baller maybe told Booker to hold his horses, needed to see other players play. The Brownies had their starters against him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe there was that. Maybe there was a bit of like, hey, kiddo, just ease into it. Don't pull anything or, we don't need you getting any soft tissues. Just, go out there, get a little lather and go sit down. Maybe. But I'm expecting the kid to go full 100%. Let's go. Go sack the rub and tug.
Yeah. Get him.
Man, Chroma had a great game.
Mm-hmm.
As did Lynch. So both these guys, Barrelissimo, man, both those guys really flashed. Really excited about both those guys. It's going to be tough when it comes to, because, how many interior defensive linemen are we really going to keep when we cut down to the 53? Either way, if they can make that decision as hard on Poles and Ben as possible, the better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that means we have some true depth, and some of these guys might be sent backing. We always have the practice squad, but yeah, man, let's see.
So I will say this. To Barrelissimo's point as well, from what I saw from Dio, he looked like a better Dio than what I saw from him last season.
Mm.
Like I did see him be a little bit more. He's quicker. He looked more aggressive. He looked like he was giving more, which he needs to. I'm sure he knows he's hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
Noah in the building. Good morning, sir. Bear down. How about that game yesterday, Noah? Let's see.
The Johnny comment was my limit.
It's suck it easy, boys. Have a great Sunday. He's out of here. He can't take it no more. JP Richardson, a.k.a. Timu Super Bad. He had a nice little, what was that, a little screen pass?
Yeah, a little catch and run there. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the kid's he's athletic. And then when you saw the off-season workouts when the boys all got together to run routes, yeah, JP was there with them. So he's been working hard. He's been in the lab.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you're supposed to play football. Most of their yards came on 2 busted plays. Yes. James Lynch, Chroma, the kid who had a Beanie Bishop.
Yep, Beanie Bishop.
Whose real name is Shannon. His legal name is Shannon Bishop, but...
Ooh, nice pull, man. I had no idea.
Yeah. Let's see. all really positive, and the rookies all played well. It was a very great Buenos dias toast. Happy Sunday. Yeah, all the it's I know we're talking D-line and linebackers right now, but the secondary, speaking of them, also Malik Muhammad looked good out there. Obviously, this Bishop kid. Like, again, just seeing the depth because, like last season, we really needed to tap into our secondary depth. And to see these kids go out and ball like that is really good. Just great coaching. Can we glaze the coaches for a second?
Yeah.
Because this is some elite coaching going on in Chicago, which is...
That was very evident between the two teams, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, like one team definitely looked like they were coached a lot better, and the Browns are getting used to a new head coach, so maybe that will end up looking better, but to me, it looked like the same old Browns.
Golly, was it, man. And I tell you what, too, I watched Shador's press conference after the game. He is the most... I'm going to be nice. He's socially awkward person. You know, for somebody who went out there and stunk the joint up, to have like this hubris still at the podium and he's laughing and yeah, you know, it just slipped out of my hands, you know, it's whatever. And I get it, it's preseason, but I don't know, as an aggressive competitor, you look at Tyson's press conference. He wasn't laughing and, I had a great time out there. Thank you, everybody. I had a great time. No, Tyson was like, man, I need to be better. I need to tighten up. One less hitch. All these things. He's critical. He's stoic. But this kid to be smiling and laughing, I was like, I am so glad you ain't my fucking quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He and Steve were talking a lot of shit last night. Oh.
All right. Where at? Yeah.
Yeah, where were they talking crap at? Probably on somebody else's podcast from last night. Toast says, I'm sorry, but I don't mean to be the Debbie Downer here, but preseason just gives false hope. No. So you have to learn how to, like, sift through what to be excited about and like what not to be excited about. Like at today's episode, because it was our first preseason game, we're focusing like just on depth.
Yeah.
How we did against the Browns in the first preseason game, you're right, will not be any sort of like foreshadowing of how the season's going to go. Because we don't know. You know, we didn't see Caleb. We didn't see the starters too much, especially on offense. All them starters just were like sitting down. But no, you get to see the depth because depth is important for rotational pieces, not to mention, as we know, football players go down with injuries and the next man up needs to step up. What we got yesterday was a sample size of what that next man up person is, who they are, what they look like, how they play. And for that, we can feel very encouraged.
Yeah, the other thing that it did, too, is the fact that the Browns played their ones, like you were saying, we got to see what the depth looks like against starting caliber NFL players. So you really get a true picture of what these guys can do. I think that's one of the reasons why we saw Vandenberg out there so much. Let's put him against a starting offensive line. He's been showing this in practice against our starters. Can he do this against other people or maybe second string, whatever, and then move forward from there, man? So you got a true depiction of what these guys can do against starting NFL linemen, especially for the D-line, obviously. So,
yeah,
like Big Baller was saying, man, it does matter, man. This is where these kids cut their teeth, and they get to try out the techniques. The coaches are going to look to see how they take the coaching and apply it to the game, how they take, the game plan and apply it, the whole nine here. So Barrelissimo saying, what impressed me was that there were several impressive players, even though we didn't see the majority of the ones in the game. and a few of the first reserves. Kind of what we were just talking about, right? So, did you guys see Ben smiling when they scored 34 points? Of course, man.
There was a couple times he was smiling on the sidelines. I wonder if somebody told him, like, hey, I heard somebody say, maybe his wife was like, hey, babe, you could smile more. If the score's 34-10, you don't still have to sit there laser eyeing everybody.
Yeah. Barely small. I noticed that they were very vanilla in coverage and very passive. Yeah, that's preseason defense for you. They did dial up an all-out blitz once. I mean, they got burned on it, but
yeah.
For the most part, we didn't see a whole lot of blitzing either. Devin Bush, we saw a couple times. We got to see his speed and what he could do on the blitz. Barlissimo, save this comment for later. We will be talking about this. As a matter of fact, if you want, let's kick over to it now, huh?
Sure.
So we might as well. It's a good segue here. So let's just throw this up here. So Ben's coaching tree is starting to grow. We heard this in his press conference.
Yeah, that he let Antoine Randle call the offense the whole second half. That's great. And the Bears put up some points in the second half.
Yeah, they sure did, man. I mean, second half, out of the 34 points, they put up 24 points. So I know Antoine Randle, Case Keenum talked about it in his press conference. They had come together. They put the game plan together for while he was in because they had this all scripted out. And obviously they were on the same page because Case Keenum was a perfect 158.3 passer rating, 9 for 10. I have the stats up here somewhere here. 9 for 10, 151 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So I'll say that they were there. I mean, granted, it's a NFL caliber starter at one point going against threes, but man, he did what he was supposed to.
Yes, I was gonna say I was like shooting fish in a barrel for a guy like him.
Mm-hmm. Big Mike, you take this back. You don't put this out in the universe. God forbid anything happens to Caleb. Case Keenum looked like a Pro Bowler. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. You celebrate the players and their fundamentals, play speed, physicality, not necessarily the results. Though, I mean, the Bears just kind of took belt to ass to the Browns a little bit. But after becoming division champs, Super Bowl winners in a record-breaking year, what coaches on the Bears could be stripped away?
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it, Baller.
Yeah, let's save that to the end of the season, man.
Because it'd be a lot.
In the, the couple of people that come to mind right away, Antoine Randle, who
yes,
I think is going to be somebody, and they talked about it, that might be considered for a head coaching job at some point. Yeah. That's why he's calling offenses right now to help fill out his skill set in becoming a coach. Is Antoine Randle one of those guys who would be one of the play calling coaches? I don't know.
I would say yes.
Yeah.
So when Ben said that, I was like, oh, this is going to happen. This is happening. Like, I don't know if it'll be this year or next year, but Antoine Randle will be an OC at some point.
Yeah. Do you think he skips the coordinators and somebody gives them a head coaching shot?
Yeah, sure. I don't. Why not?
Yeah. I mean, he's been under a couple pretty fiery guys in Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson. Is L the same way? Would he be the same way?
Right. And so who else? Al Harris.
Yeah.
Al Harris is always a candidate to get plucked from us. DA, who's to say DA couldn't get another HC job somewhere?
Yeah, he would have to have this defense, I think, playing pretty well to get a head coaching job. Which, hey, listen, if he gets another shot at head coach, that means this defense did play very, very well. And, we're kissing a Lombardi at some point. Yeah. So
Unfortunately for DA, he's had nothing but bad luck since coming here. This poor guy can't have a full defense of starters.
Yeah.
To say he's a poor guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's not, who do we got? Press Taylor, who is our actual in name only offensive coordinator. He can get plucked too if we end up being the highest scoring offense in the NFL. Like he could, because look at Declan Doyle. And we weren't the top scoring offense in the league. And the Ravens plucked him. So I don't want to talk about it, Baller, but great question.
Yeah, it's too early, man. Too early. Let's sit there during, the offseason next year and talk about how we hope that these teams pass on some of these guys. So Noah was saying it's in the Chicago podcast channel. They didn't know Ezra and I were there. Okay. Bears got themselves a farm system going on. So Toast, the Browns have a QB problem. They need to fire everyone and start over. Playing the Browns was useless.
That's never useless. Yeah, any live reps are good reps, but you are right, Toast. Every one of those quarterbacks suck.
Hey, they have 2 Pro Bowl quarterbacks on their roster, man.
Shoot.
They played against 2 Pro Bowlers. So
terrible.
Learn's got something to say about this. Okay. So if they get their ass whooped by the Browns, everybody panics. But when they look like a way classier, deeper, better program, we're supposed to say it doesn't matter? I'm with you, Learn, man. It does fucking matter. And you go out and you whoop that ass of whoever's in front of you, whether they're good, bad, and different, man. Yep. So,
yeah, we're celebrating the win.
Mm-hmm.
Learn, we're celebrating.
I think this is directed at Toast a little bit here, so you guys get to duke it out. But I'm with you, man. Like, these are live fire game freaking reps, man. And if you talk to the players that were out there, of course this freaking matters, man. And listen, for the young guys that went out there and played, they looked pretty damn good. Like, to Learn's point, the shows that were deeper, that were a classier organization, and I translate that as into our coaching is way better. That team's coaching was definitely on display. That Bears team looked a lot more prepared to play in a game than what the Browns team did, and they outclassed every case. Go ahead, man, please. I want to hear your points.
Yeah, no, just I mean, when you look at the offensive operation, like night and day. I mean, that offense was ran tight. I mean, play calls were coming in or getting to the line of scrimmage, getting lined up, doing their motions, running the play with 2 penalties total all game.
Great point, man. 2 freaking penalties. A lot better than the start of last year, huh?
Yeah, big time. And so, of course, some of it's familiarity for the players who are in their second year now in the system, but coaching, this boils down to coaching. We have probably one of the best coaching staffs in the league as a whole, not just head coach, but all the offensive coaches, the wide receiver coaches, the DB coaches, the linebacker coaches, the offensive line coaches, the wide receiver. It's nuts. It's like we have an all-star team of coaches, but it showed yesterday is the point. That's what's definitely good to be excited about, because back to Learn's point about having a world-class, we're in a world-class situation right now with a coach who holds people to standards, holds people accountable, that wants nothing but the best from his players. And this is the product that we see on the field. Yeah, it was the Browns. Maybe they're a bit of a dumpster fire. But good, yeah, you're supposed to put up 34 on them. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, and they did, man. So true, starting to man. These guys are transitioning us nicely right into our fucking topics, man. It's so true. Bagent looked awful. His whole operation just looked kind of slow. All right, let's pump the brakes a little bit. He didn't start out very well, but he definitely, once he got into the rhythm and the flow, he did start looking better here. We talked about Case Keenum a little bit and what he did. He looked great, as he should, man. The dude's been in the league, 14 years? But Bagent started off slow, picked it up. Let's be honest, man. The left tackle, which will be one of our next topics, did not help him out very well. Okay.
No.
So he was under the gun a little bit on there. We were playing our second string offensive line. If you put him behind the first stringers, I think he would have started a lot faster with that. But overall, after, he kind of got used to the live fire reps, I thought Bagent progressively got better, and he started looking like the Bagent of old, man. So, what are your thoughts?
So, one thing that stood out to me watching the game was seeing all of our quarterbacks. We saw Bagent, then we saw Case Keenum, then we saw Moss.
Mm-hmm.
And what I think I noticed at some point after seeing all three quarterbacks throw the ball at some point in the fourth quarter, I say to myself, wow, Caleb's arm talent is elite.
Yeah.
The velocity at which Caleb throws the ball is light years better than these three guys. No disrespect to those three guys. They're all very talented people. But, wow, maybe I just got so used and accustomed to watching Caleb throw because I watched every Caleb throw last season. I think I took for granted how strong of an arm he has. Mm-hmm. Caleb has got a fucking cannon. And just to see the difference from our backups to Caleb, it's like, oh, boy.
Yeah.
Wow, the drop-off is pretty steep.
And you know what? These kids, like Tyson Bagent, I would say he probably has above average arm strength. But yeah, you said it best, man. Caleb is just elite. And I'm in the same boat that you were. Like, we get spoiled a little bit by seeing that elite talent week in and week out. Where I really noticed it was Case Keenum. Like, he could get the ball up and down now, like over guys. And it's kind of an arc where Caleb's is like a freaking rope that just is like, boop, boop, real quick. Where, Case is kind of dropping it in a little bit more. But yeah, man, you're 100% right. In talking with the quarterbacks, I thought overall the quarterback play was pretty good. It was kind of humorous to see. And I don't think it's necessarily a detriment to Moss's talent, but the kid is drinking out of a fire hose right now, right? We've heard that expression a lot. He's trying to digest this offense, and you see the difference in just how comfortable the QBs are from a year one to a year two perspective. That poor kid's trying to pick this up, but he's got, three really good quarterbacks that they can learn from. I don't know if the Bears are looking to keep a fourth one on the practice squad where you could put a Miller Moss with having these two guys in front of him, a Tyson Bagent, who might still be a trade candidate moving forward here. And Case Keenum being older, who might decide to retire. They might actually put a fourth quarterback on the practice squad where they can put this kid to help develop. So,
AC Adam in the building. Good morning, sir. Bear down. What a game yesterday. What a game. Big baller. Kyler Murray's really small. Kind of forgot how small he was. You think he'll be starting QB all year? Carson Wentz throws a beautiful ball. Crisp, clean spirals. I don't know. I'm going to let the Vikings worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Currently. Time will tell, depending on how Kyler ends up playing quarterback. If he's good, he'll be there. If not,
if history tells us anything, he's probably going to suffer some type of an injury this year. So,
Philip, thanks for joining us this morning, sir. He says Bears for the first preseason game look good. They will continue to build off each preseason game. Yes, and yes. To both of your statements, yes. They looked good, and they will continue to build off it. Yeah, we agree. We agree. That was just a little sample size against the Browns. That was the guys just lathering up. Yeah, this is gonna get better, boys. Big Mike, I'm still suffering from no power. And that hit Jackson Dart took yesterday. Man, that running back whiffed on that block.
Thank goodness Dart only got hit by a DB and not like a full-out linebacker, because his pelvis would have been destroyed, man. He took that sucker right on the hip. I was like, damn.
Wow, yeah. And you guys are still without power. Did they send FEMA down there yet? Jeez Louise. Get you guys some water and toilet paper and stuff. Jeez Louise. Hey, AC Adam. Learned some depressing ass celebrating. Where'd y'all learn to celebrate? Trying to run a show here, learn. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh, Don Burr, good morning. Don Burr, let's see. I'm listening to this crying, laughing at y'all hyping up preseason. This is hilarious. Oh, stop it, Don. Like when the Lions win a preseason game, you ain't all farting in the bathtub laughing your ass off.
Well, he wouldn't know what that feeling's like yet, because they got beat by Cincy, throwing up a depressing 14 points.
Oh, no. Oh, that's why he's tampering preseason vibes.
Yeah.
Got
yes.
Learn what? No Lions cast to go to? This is the only place you can hear about your suck-ass Lions. We weren't even talking about Lions until Don showed up. Oh, that's why he showed up. Philip says Don Burr, the Bears' biggest, closest, closet Bears fan.
Yeah.
Yes. I swear it. I think because, like, if you switch it from Don Burr to Burr Don, it sounds too eerily like Bear Down. So I think there might be some deep-seated identity issues there, Don. Let's see. Bears didn't do nothing until the Browns went up 10-0 and took guys out. Then the Bears thrived. Wedge, you got anything there?
Listen, I do believe Deshaun Watson was the one who had the strip sack against him. So, yeah, it wasn't ones on ones. And you know what? I'll take our twos playing their ones, and still took it to him a little bit there. So that means nothing.
Create says Jessica Wills. Not happy with her. No, just kidding.
Yeah, hey, like I said, these guys are hitting our points for us, man. So left tackle competition, we'll get ready to fucking jump on that in a minute here.
Didn't do nothing. Dumbass writes like a dumbass. Oh man,
get him, Larry. Get him.
If you guys are out there watching right now, hit the thumbs up for us. Hit the subscribe if you're new. Do all that fun stuff. Have a great time in the chat. Talk your smack. Bring it on board. We put it up on the screen. We talk about it for a minute.
So True saying, even when Bagent picked it up, he still looked just a little bit off, man.
So there was. I think I said that off air. I don't think I said it at the top of the show. But I did notice that too. Bagent didn't look as crisp as I, in my mind, wanted my expectations of, because I thought he was going to come in there and just light it up. Right? He gets a lot of praise from Ben. We know Bagent is a relentless competitor. We've seen his CrossFit workouts. Like, I just was definitely expecting more from him as well. But to see him, we went 3 and out twice to start the game. And I was like, oh, no. But like Wedge said, he picked it up eventually.
Yeah, he was operating the offense, I think, just fine. It took a little bit, I think, for the linemen to kind of get into game mode as well. Rushing against somebody who's going to finish a rush, finally. We'll get ready to talk about the left tackle competition in a little bit here, because I do think we need to talk about it. Crate was kind of bringing it up a little bit there. So, yeah. all kind. You guys are just going back and forth. It has started. The chat has officially started. Don the Closet Bear fan has joined another Bears podcast. Yeah, Don's been with us for a while, Phillips. So I live triggered your Pete Donberg. Take your sorry ass back to the beautiful city of Detroit. Oh wait, your city's a shithole.
Oh,
yeah. Like I said, preseason games don't mean a thing. Toast, buddy. Toast is still pretty guarded. He's got the guard up, man. How many times have they had a great preseason, started the season awful and finished awful? I'm happy the Bears finally got a true head coach, though.
Hey, we went undefeated last preseason.
Mm-hmm.
We had a pretty damn good season outcome. Toast. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the year before that, where we also went undefeated and then only won 5 games.
Yeah.
I know.
But, yeah, the big difference being the head coach with that, for sure. So, Toast admits it. I've been panicking ever since they fired Lovie Smith. All right, Toast. We get you, man. We get you. Guys dabbing each other up. I love it. And Don Burst catching it from everybody. Toast. I see that I hit a nerve. So, boy, yeah. Don Burr has definitely stirred the pot here. More injuries. Hippolyte shoulder hurt. Xavier Woods has a groin injury, right?
Yeah.
So let's while we have this up, let's go to the injury report by Ben, because it was pretty telling.
So as you mentioned, Hippolyte shoulder, Xavier Woods got the groin, and then lastly, he was asked about Kyler Gordon. Sorry, Murray.
Yeah.
He was asked about Kyler Gordon, and although he gave, should I find the clip? I could find the clip.
Yeah, I tell you what, you find it. I'll talk about Hippolyte, Woods, and those guys for a little bit while you pull that up, and let's do a little coach speak real quick on that last sentence of that press conference. So, so more injuries, Hippolyte. I don't think Hippolyte's is serious. Woods has me a little concerned because that's somebody that we just signed. While we're talking groin injuries, let's talk about Luther Burden. The positive thing with that is Luther Burden was seen running sprints before the game, so his groin injury doesn't look to be as severe. So that week 1 return, to me, if he's out there sprinting already, he was probably 50 to 75%, tells me that he will be back and he's good to go. They shut him down over precautionary things here. So, all right, let's get ready to turn it over to Ben here.
All right, so we got a Chicago sports media guy says 3 injuries he wants to inquire about, and so here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Montez, how soon do you expect it?
Sooner. Like within this week.
And,
That was Montez. So sooner, like this week. Next.
Braxton?
Same thing.
Kyler.
Braxton Jones. Same thing. Then lastly, Kyler.
Notice the facial expression.
Look at his face. Yep. Number 1. Look at that face. And then here comes the answer. Unknown. So basically, fuck you.
Yeah.
I think they're done. Wedge, I think Ben Johnson is done with Kyler Murray. He's done. Yeah. Like, he is fucking done.
Well, they came straight out and said it too, man. Even if he does come back, they're not handing the keys to the nickel spot over to him. He's got to earn that back. And I tell you what, Malik Muhammad looked pretty good.
He
from
sure
what we've
did.
seen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, I just, just all signs and reports coming from Hallis, his facial expression, that answer he gave, unknown. Hey, when's Kyler Murray coming back? Unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oof. Okay. Okay. Wow. He couldn't say day to day, week to week. That's usually the common answer you'd get. He's week to week. Oh, he's day to day. Unknown, Wedge.
Yeah.
Unknown.
That spoke volumes to me. Like, I think this is kind of how they're thinking. This guy plans on missing all of preseason because he doesn't want to put in the fucking work and then expects to be back for the regular season and just get in there and play. No, that's not how this team works, man. Like, you have to fucking earn it. I don't care how much money you make. You have to earn your right to play on this fucking team. And if he doesn't do it, they'll shelve him.
That's something that we'll have to talk about at some point. Not today, because we're celebrating the Bears' victory over the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, in terms of what's the cap hit and all this other shit, to just get rid of him. Yeah, fine. We're going to have to eat the money, but get him the fuck out of the building.
Yeah. It's just...
We'll talk about that at a different time. But, man, Kyler, bro, they're done with him. I think they're done.
I think Learn's done here. I have to hear how preseason doesn't matter, but we're disappointed in our backup QB. I can't fucking win with this bullshit.
Learn, chill. It's just called being critical. It's not wrong to expect more from our backup. Think about it. Like, again, I'm not putting this out there, knock on wood. God, if something happens, Learn. Like, we know we want this guy to come in and perform tip top. He had an okay game.
Yeah.
He had an okay game.
I tell you
Wasn't
what,
bad.
man, if I'm sitting here as a Bears fan, which I just so happen to be,
You are.
I would rather have Tyson Bagent coming in and running my offense than, say, a Luke fucking Altmaier if my starting quarterback goes down, or Pro Bowl Shador Sanders.
So that's who I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I'd take Bagent over Shador. I would take Bagent over Deshaun Watson.
And listen, man, if the fucking wheels totally fall off, in case Keenum has to come in, I think he can win us a few games too.
He might. He just might. He threw 90% completion yesterday.
Yeah. I mean,
granted, yes, they were against third stringers. I get it, but still.
Which also speaks to how this team is put together, man. It's fucking deep. Yeah. This team, they have definitely improved the back half of this roster. So everything that we were critical about in the offseason, I'm willing to admit it, we might have been wrong. Right? Yeah. Or people out there might have been wrong. I'm not saying that we were overly critical on the defensive line. We might have said, we weren't happy that they didn't sign a big name or draft somebody, but the Gallamores and the Streets and the Vandenbergs and the Lynch, those seem to be looking okay from test one, right? They get a passing grade so far.
Yo, Grizz in the building. Good morning. Bear down, baby. Bear down.
I'm with Learn on this one, man. I mean, we are getting a little wishy-washy here, boys, where, we're talking about it preseason, this and that, but yet we want to be super critical. I mean, like you said it as, let's celebrate some of the fucking wins here, man, which we're trying to do. I mean, it's okay to point out maybe some of the deficiencies and things that we liked and didn't like, because that's what we get to do as fans. Yeah. But, man, I mean, overall, I came out of this game feeling great.
Yeah, absolutely overall. Like, there's I don't feel bad about anything, even though we are being a little critical here and there. The overall general feeling is a very positive, exciting one.
Yeah.
Where running back? Do we go running back? because what's that? Who's that?
Jimmy Ava checking in here. I'm trying to see what that
I'm trying to
is.
see the avatar too. What is that?
Is
Whoever that coach is, he's blinged up.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just rings, watch, chains.
Mm-hmm. Ben looked like he was sucking out a lemon talking about Kyler Gordon.
He has that effect on Ben, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so no, let's glaze the guy some more after Wedge goes through some comments.
Yes, so Philip saying, bring in the triage unit for the Bears. These injuries are getting concerning. Thankfully, we've only really had to deal with one major injury with Kobe Bryant so far. Yeah. The rest seems to be okay. And I can't even tell you on the Kyler Gordon thing. I mean, I don't know of anybody else who's been out 2 years for a strained calf, but that's just me.
It's a mental thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of injuries, too, did you have some news on Luther Burden?
Yeah. While you were pulling up the clip, I was talking about how he was running sprints before there. So
okay, there
you might have been deep in thought there. So
yeah, deep in typing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, boys, more depth. And since we kind of talked about the offense a little bit, and then the quarterbacks, and then Ben, how about this Ahmed kid?
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about RB3 a little bit, huh? Let me change the ticker up top so we know. Bam. RB3. See, like literally, guys, you guys are hitting a lot of our points. Like these were pre-typed here, just so you guys know. So the chat and the boys seem to be on point today. They're seeing the same things that we've been. So
yeah, this is super exciting because you and I've been saying for months that we didn't think Roschon was the guy.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way this guy makes the 53. I think we've seen enough of Roschon. But, okay, fine. Then who's going to take his place? And we were hearing about Ahmed all through training camp from reports coming out of spring training, right? Oh, this Ahmed kid. Well, finally, we get to lay eyes on him yesterday, and this kid looks like legit.
Yeah, explosive, huh?
Explosive. He's shifty. He's twitchy. Basically, all the things Roschon isn't.
Mm-hmm.
And not to take anything away from Roschon yesterday, he had one big run up the sidelines. But the more I saw out of Ahmed was like, I want this kid as our RB3. Roschon, you gots to go.
Yeah. Let's kind of break down give me your quick, bullet points between each back. What does Roschon do well in your book? What does Ahmed do good in your book as well? And let's kind of compare the skill sets here.
Yeah, so for me, I think Roschon is basically a north-south runner.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know his pass pro too well. I don't think it's very good. He's not a threat out of the backfield. He gets concussed often. So the north-south running style that he has does not bode well for his longevity in this league. So those are my pros and cons.
He's a special teams guy too, right? He's a contributor there.
He contributes on special teams, yes.
Okay. So you want me to take Ahmed?
Yeah, do Ahmed, would you?
Yeah. So Ahmed, I think, kind of the pros for him. Explosive, better hands out of the backfield. He has home run potential as well. Some of the cons, we don't know what he could do on special teams yet. Can he contribute there as an RB3? I think that's got to be a crucial role. So I think we're going to have to see what's doing there. It's a little bit of an unknown, also has an injury history as well. So, guys, as you guys are duking it out in the chat, if you could take a minute and give us some comments here. I mean, we're in the weeds here, so we're going to have to jump around a little bit. If you guys had to pick between Roschon Johnson and Salvon Ahmed for RB3, who you guys taking at this point? Who do you think, or what do you think that we need in our RB3?
Yeah.
As well, these guys are warming up the keyboards here. They're on fire right now, so it shouldn't take too long for them to respond.
Yeah, you guys are commenting awesome right now. You guys are killing it in the chats today. Love it. Again, if you're new, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, boys. We're rolling. You guys are rolling this morning. Oh, we're back, baby. Fucking football is back.
Yeah. So what do you want out of your RB3? If you're, put your Ben Johnson hat on right now, what do you want for this offense? Do you need another pounder or do you need a slasher?
It looked like the kid can do both. Mm-hmm. And you have to think, right? So what do we have with DeAndre Swift? What do we have with Monangai? With those two guys together, who is like the best third wheel to fit with those two style of runners? Mm-hmm. From what I saw yesterday, it's Ahmed, baby. He fits that room better because then you can still keep the same game plan. You're not doing all this fancy shit, screens and all these other things with Roschon because just Roschon don't move like that. If we had a north-south power run game, that'd be great. But we're running a lot of outside zone, and then we run a lot of screens, and I just don't see Roschon being that dude.
Yeah, listen, man. For me, I'm with you as well. Unless Roschon is just head and shoulders above what Ahmed can bring to the other phases of the game, like specials and whatnot, I'm with you, man. I think I want my third running back to be able to hit a home run every now and then. You think about the old third down back, which is starting to become a rarity in the NFL because the attrition of these rosters and the physicality of the game just continues to increase. I want somebody that can score, man. I'll tell you what, Roschon's specialty, you think about 2 years ago when he was probably at his best season, what did they do? They fed him inside the 5. They let the big body just lean forward and dive into the end zone.
Right.
To me, Monangai could do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
He's not as big unless Roschon was some type of this big, huge pass pro monster where he could just stone any linebacker that's coming at him, which I don't think he is, quite honestly. I don't see that out of him. I think I want somebody who's got that all-around skill set. I'd be leaning towards Ahmed as well, man. So I went Noah here. We talked about it. Roschon's, I think he's fighting for a roster spot at this point. I think he's on the short end of the stick here.
I think he is. Roschon's just a backup. No love lost if he leaves. Yep. I'm mad. I think the Bears will want a good special teams guy. Agreed. And that's probably, and I didn't pay attention watching the game to see who was running on specials, if Ahmed was part of that. Because, yeah, if he can solidify his usefulness in special teams, that will definitely help him win that RB3 position. Boys need to jump in that Discord on game day. I'm out here with generators and extension cords talking to myself. That's right. Okay, if you guys are new to the channel, right, again, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. But in the description is the link to our Discord. Join the Discord. Because, yes, poor Mike was all by himself with fallen trees and fence lines in the Discord. But join the Discord. It's actually starting to really, warm up in there. Okay, little by little, people join, and then you're just commenting. But during the game, I had to work. So, I wasn't able to be active in the chat. When the games go to regular season and they're going to be on Sunday and Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, I am going to be all in there.
Yeah. Same thing with me. I had to work, and God bless my significant other. I love her to death. But as soon as I got home, she's like, let's go get groceries. I was like, yes, dear. But she made me cake last night, and everything's all right in the world.
Hey,
so
yeah, there you go.
But yes,
that's good trade-off.
Yeah, but I did have the game recorded, so Big Mike, I did see your comments out there, and yes, I was pissed off at Cairo Santos. I don't. I'm about ready to choke on what I'm about ready to say. I don't think it was entirely his fault. I rewatched that field goal attempt a couple times. The snap and hold was kind of shitty, but goddamn it, he still should have made it. He's a fucking pro.
Seriously, dude, I can't with Cairo anymore. Doctor, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Asks, do you think Coleman Bennett can make this roster at running back? So yes, because Bennett also shows me more that I like, that it's more akin to this offense than Roschon. So again, if he can prove his usefulness in special teams, absolutely. I mean, Wedge?
Yeah, do I think he can make the 53? It's a long shot for him on that, but I do think that he showed us a little something. I think that if I were to put on my coach hat, I could see him making the practice squad over like a Britton Brown. Honestly, I think he'd be ahead of him, and I think he has more upside than what Roschon does. So that would, I think, be a good place for him there, in my opinion. We also haven't seen a whole lot of Bennett yet, but the small sample size that we saw, he did find the end zone. He broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage and ended up taking it in. I think the speed difference from what I was seeing was somewhat noticeable. So I'll be curious to see how this shakes out, but I definitely think that he would be a practice squad type of guy here. So let's hit up some more of these comments here, try to get caught up a little bit here. So Kyler Gordon becomes injury prone after he signed his huge contract extension. Coincidence?
No.
We're trying not to go there, but that's what it's looking like, Philip. Yeah.
I've absolutely gone there. That's where my head's at on it anyways. Yeah, he got his bag and he doesn't love football.
Yeah.
That's one of those things, I guess that's all Pose has talked about, and Ben as well. They want to bring in guys who love football so much that they wouldn't know what to do without football. And so Kyler Gordon just must be he's not that guy.
No. At least that's what he's starting to show. And at what point do his teammates, I'm waiting for somebody to get into his ear and be like, hey, listen, fuck stick, like the season's starting, so why don't you get out here and pour some of that sweat into the same mud that we are, and then let's get going, right? I mean,
right. One of his peers, right? And not a coach, not the GM, not front office people, his peers, like Jalen Johnson or something. Like, look, motherfucker, you better get on this fucking field, or don't come talk to us. Don't sit with us in the cafeteria. We don't want you. We don't want you around.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Big Mike's pretty hopped up on Malik here. So one-armed motherfuckers are flexing. We don't need Kyler. Next, man.
Yeah. I mean, but Malik was supposed to be like an outside dude, man.
Yeah. And I'd really want to see him out there too, man, because he is lengthy but if he needs to cut his teeth at the nickel, man, okay.
Yeah.
I'm in. Sign me up. Big Mike. Haha. It was a bad snap. I was trying not to look at my phone because I had to watch it on the replay, so I didn't want to get spoiled too much here. So, Baller, we haven't talked about the secondary. Thieneman, a beta, always looking to learn from the older guys. Okay.
Yeah, we could move this over to the secondary. And great outing, too.
Yeah. True saying Bennett looks okay, but Ahmed looks fast. Yeah, for sure. Roschon with that big-ass helmet was enough for me. Menugai would play with a beanie.
Yeah.
So,
Roschon runs like he's got a piano on his back.
Yeah. And he runs real stiff too, right? Like, I mean, even on that 19-yard run, he just looked really stiff. He runs really high for a big guy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's neither here nor there, right? Is Kyler coming back soon or not? He told the fan he was coming back. Oh, we can't say this week anymore because this week is already passed.
It came and gone.
Yeah.
So that makes Kyler Gordon a fucking liar.
Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm. So, wow. You want to talk about the secondary for a little bit? We haven't even touched the left tackle competition yet.
Oh God, no, yeah. I mean, the chat's doing a good job of steering us. So secondary, let's do secondary.
Okay.
Somebody Doctor commented. No, it wasn't Doctor. Where are we at up here? Who commented on Thieneman? Who was that?
Big Baller. Yep.
Here we go. Baller. Thieneman a beta? I don't know. He's a rookie though.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's a rookie, and he's, this drinking out of a water hose or fire hose thing is being thrown around the place like way too much. Yeah. But here we are. Thieneman, I think, is that rookie, man. He is overwhelmed. It's a lot of information. He's not getting to play instinctually because he's up here too much. Yeah. He's in his brain thinking, okay, that's my assignment, that's this, and so he's late reacting to shit, and this is going to be unfortunately, I think this is going to be a process. I wouldn't go as far as call him a beta, but his learning curve, apparently it's steep. I don't know. Yeah.
Hey, listen, man, and I'm sure he feels a little bit of the pressure, but I will say this. On some of the plays that he was involved in, the dude is fast, and he plays as fast as we've seen him run in the combine. Yeah, he's got to think it through a little bit, but I'm not worried about this kid, man. He's starting to pick it up. He knows he's going to be a starter. He didn't get a ton of reps on defense. I think he played maybe 3-4 drives total. He never got burnt. He never, missed an assignment, so to speak. So I think that all bodes really well. And the way that he rallied to the ball, man, I was encouraged. I think for his first NFL action, I think the kid did okay.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Look at this. That's looking at it positively, Wedge. You are the half glass full guy.
I'm trying to be, man. I'm excited to see this kid let it rip. Yeah, he might be playing a step slow right now, but he's got 3-4 more weeks to figure this out. I think he's going to be one of those guys that will get those invaluable reps, and he talked about it in his press conference, that the more reps he gets, the faster he's going to play. And these joint practices, man, I can't wait to see it.
Oh, this is going to be great. Yeah, he should level up a bunch after this week, because like you said, joint practices with the Bengals this week coming up, man, he's going to have to read, react, do all those things, and still getting more settled in to the defense. And it's even cranked up a notch after losing Kobe Bryant, because, he probably felt a lot better with a guy who seasoned, very talented himself, to have him back there with him. Now we can't keep a free safety healthy for more than a week. They're dropping like flies, and so now he's like, great, I keep having somebody new next to me every other fucking week. Yeah. Can't be easy, especially, again, he's a rookie. Can't be easy.
I will say this, right? Like, we're giving these guys their props, but there's a few guys that we're going to have to call out. And if we're talking about the secondary, I love me some Josh Blackwell. I really do. He is a special teams demon.
Yeah.
If it comes down to the point where Blackwell is starting games for us, we have issues, man.
He's jumped the shark.
Yes, he's a bit of a liability in coverage, and that's me putting it as nicely as I can from a Bears fan perspective. Yeah. Okay. He has a place on this team, and special teams is definitely that place. So we need to be able to keep that boy in that lane, because if he veers out of it, it's a car crash waiting to happen. So,
well, we lost. The guy we just brought in.
Yep, Xavier Woods. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm trying to see on the stat sheet did Cam Lewis play?
Honestly, I don't remember seeing him out there. So if he did, I don't think he did, because I don't remember seeing him at safety. I don't remember seeing him at nickel. I think they gave those reps to Muhammad.
Yeah, I don't see him on the stat sheet registering any tackles or anything, but
yeah. Jordan Vandenberg knocking Deshaun on his ass was funny. Big Mike saying he's helping us out too. Dylan Thieneman will be just fine. Dude is fast as hell and likes to hit.
It's gonna be just fine.
Pump the brakes, bro.
Just pump the damn brakes.
Big Baller, most impactful rookies on the Bears, and in our ranking for that. That's a good one, Big Baller.
Wow.
Want to think it through a little bit? Let's see. Most impactful rookie for me. Vandenberg comes to mind right away, man.
Yeah.
Vandenberg, Malik.
Yeah.
Both very impactful. You know who else who I thought had a really nice game? Sam Roush.
Oh, yeah.
Really nice grabs. We haven't talked about him.
That's right.
Nice grabs. I don't think he was holding his own, blocking and whatnot as well. So I think he did really well. You know who else I liked? I liked Logan Jones. Got the start at center. I don't remember him giving up any pressures up the gut. There was one play that I watched a couple times where him and the guard were supposed to combo somebody. They didn't do a very good job on that, but that was more on the guard.
Bless you.
Yeah, I got a tickle in my throat, man. Like, I'm crying here. But I thought he played really well. I think he's, I saw him working downfield, like that center of old that we had. Big Mike, and not to set you off, I won't say his name anymore. But yeah.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute, who's he talking? Oh,
yeah. Our former Pro Bowler. So I don't want to say it out loud, but no, I thought he played very well in his first game action. So I was happy to see what he was doing out there. So yeah, Big Mike's with me, man. He said Jones and Bennett looked good yesterday. So were we impressed with the slot receiver J.P. Richardson?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, he looked good.
Yeah, he took that screen and made some moves and got dudes quick. He had great hands, great physicality. I mean, he got hammered at the end of that run. But
yeah,
what I like about JP is his work ethic. Like, right, this is his second year on the team. Again, when we get to see footage and glimpses of the wide receivers and Caleb on workouts together, he's always there with them. So he wants to be in sync with the rest of the receivers. So, yeah, I like the kid.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's going to make the 53, but.
Yeah, he's been on the practice squad. Let's talk about wide receiver 6 a little bit, man. Like I said, man, you guys are on fire. These guys are seeing it through the same lens that we are as well here.
Absolutely.
But before we
Reading
get
our
into
minds.
it, let's take a look
guys,
at those two.
Really quick, again, another call to action. There's 30 people watching right now. We only got 14 likes. Help us out. Hit the thumbs button. Doesn't cost you anything. If anything you want to give to charity for the show, hit the thumbs up. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. All that good stuff. Join us. Hit the bell. Do all the good things. Thank you. Wedge, take it away.
Yeah, those saying Dylan just needs to hit a couple receivers hard, just like Mike Brown did, and he'll be just fine. So
Yeah.
I didn't put JP Richardson in the banner here, but wide receiver 6, Big Baller saying, Bears seem loaded at wide receiver right now.
Yeah.
I can't agree more, quite honestly. But I think the 3 that stood out the most yesterday was Miller, Scotty Miller, Caden Davis. He looked great. And Alexander, number 13, if you guys seen him running around out there.
He also had a good game. But this Davis kid, the size of him, the speed, like the body type, like, could this dude make our team? Holy crap.
If it comes down to if the Bears are keeping 6 wide receivers or not, I could see it, man. I mean, you want to tackle this first? Like, if you had to pick, would you pick Davis as your 6th wide receiver right now?
I mean, yes. And not just because of the stat line. I mean, he had 4 catches for 88 yards. He was targeted 6 times, a long of 41. But his size, so you know he's got to be a good blocker. I don't know his stats. I could look them up really quick, but he looks like the same body type as Jade Walker.
Oh, I don't know if he's that tall, but if you want to look him up real quick,
yeah.
You know, I'll talk about a couple of the other guys that we didn't put in here. I thought McCloud looked good. One of the guys that they just recently was signed as well. He was out there. The McCloud has had some NFL starts, so I'm pretty interested to see that. Jerry's checking in. Packers lose, Lions lose, Bears win. What's new?
What's new? What's up, Jerry? Thanks for joining.
No, I beat you to the punch, man. But Ray McCloud, yeah, I thought he looked pretty good as well. So if this ends up being a competition and the Bears do decide to keep 6, right? We know that Odunze, Rome is going to be there. We know that Luther Burden's going to be there. We know that Jade is going to be there. We know that Khalif's going to be there. We know that Xavier Thomas is going to be there. So that's 5 already. So who gets the 6th position? Paul's checking in, man. How likely is it that wide receiver 6 will be a game day inactive anyway? More likely than a running back 3. Agreed, man.
Yeah, that's a so. All right, so Jade is 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Caden Davis is 6'1".
Yeah. Okay. What's you got the weight on him too?
Yeah, Kaden is 193 pounds. And
let's say Jade's probably around 210, 215 if I had to guess.
206.
Okay. So all right. But man, they have a plethora of receivers that they could choose from.
Yeah. We've got a stable. Our wide receiver room is a stable.
Yeah. Daniel Brown, have we seen enough of Roschon now?
We sure have, Daniel.
Yeah. And
I've seen enough.
Found wanting, right? He's lacking a little bit here. So
yes, we've
Noah's saying, screw it, man. The Bears just might keep them all.
Just
our practice squad will be all wide receivers. And Jordan Loving, man, I thought he played a good game as well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Let's just keep them all. I wish it worked like that.
This is going to be an interesting competition, man. And what a luxury to have when you have all these guys that have been performing. And I know Alexander was handling some return duty. I don't know if Miller, Davis, or McCloud do any of that. I think Ray McCloud, if I remember him when he was with the Falcons, he was doing some punt returning and kickoff return as well. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Right here, baller. Caden Davis made that good block on that touchdown. Yeah, see? So Ben Johnson loves when wide receivers block downfield, baby.
Yep. No block, no rock, right?
That's exactly it. Daniel says our practice squad's going to get poached big time. Are you kidding? With the coaching and the stables and the depth that we have, oh gosh, yeah. A lot of teams across the league are going to be like, we'll take him.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take 2 of those. Give me a number 9. Extra fries with that one.
Extra pump of Big Mac sauce with that.
Yeah, dude, like for sure. Our practice squad is so going to get poached. Paul says, I don't know all the special teams details, but with more DBs, ouchies, might we use wide receivers 5 and 6 as gunners? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think Jade was a gunner for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I actually think he was a gunner yesterday because I saw him out on the number 9, right? That was him out there on specials. So, yeah, we'll use wide receivers as gunners. Absolutely.
Big Baller was saying Walker had 2 tackles on specials. So, big point here. I agree with Big Mike on this one, man. Alexander, he just didn't look very good on returns. He didn't look as fast, which I think they're just eating up return snaps anyway. I think that's Khalif Raymond's and Xavier Thomas's a job to be had. So, but you got to see what you have just in case, And some of those guys, if you plan on using them a lot, it'd be nice to be able to take some of that wear and tear off of those guys because those are usually bigger collisions on specials. They've tried to nerf it a little bit, but there's still some boys hitting out there now.
So, Wedge, in terms of wide receiver 6 and those names up there, who are you taking?
Oh, if I had to go with somebody right now, it's tough because we haven't seen him play with Caleb. But what I saw from Kaden Davis, I was really impressed. Contested catches, close, quarters catches as well. Ray McCloud looked really good. I mean, he was separating from guys coming across the middle. And he was going against some of the third stringers, so I would hope that he would be able to do that. But at the same point in time, he was still doing that. He has the ability to do that.
Yeah,
right?
Ray looked good yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh,
so you look at the top 2 receivers, and Kaden Davis and Ray were the top 2 guys, right? 4 grabs for 88 yards for Kaden Davis, and Ray was 3 for 63. With a long of 41 for Kaden Davis, where he, caught that one that just took off. And then Ray was 28 yards, and that was a little bit more air yardage on that. That was a little bit further downfield. So, yeah.
Ryan Poles is going to say, forget about it. Yeah. Daniel says right here, Ray can do returns if he sticks. Let's see. Paul says, I like Raymond, but in hindsight, with all this depth, that $5 million could have been reallocated to another position. I know, hindsight is a mother, ain't it, Paul?
Yeah.
But I don't, so Khalif Raymond brings another veteran presence in that very young wide receiver room. I mean, even these wide receivers that we're talking about right now, these are all young guys. So to have that in there, because you let DJ go, I won't. Let's not be regretful about the move for Khalif Raymond just yet, Paul. Mm-hmm. We need that vet in that wide receiver room to help this very young wide receiver room. But you are right, though. That $5 million could have maybe went to a free safety. I can think of a couple spots.
It still might. Who knows? So, yeah.
Noah says he is going to, if we want one of our guys, gives him a number 3. And hold on, I'm reading this one wrong, Noah. He is going to, if want one of our guys, give him a number 3 and wants picks for dang on football, man.
3 number.
Wedge, help me out. I'm Ron Burgundy.
If he's going to want one of our guys, you're going to have to give me 3 number 1 picks for him.
I get it now. All right, Cletus. I didn't know what the hell Noah was trying to say.
Noah. Damn it, Noah. Yeah.
Come on, Noah. You know I'm Ron Burgundy, man. I can't. Fuck you, San Diego.
But yeah, I mean, they have a plethora of depth down at the bottom of the wide receiver thing. This is going to be one of those spots that I don't think is going to be solidified until the last cuts. Like, this will be the last one where they're going to see everything that these boys do in the off season, or not off season, during the preseason.
Yes.
I'm glad to say I don't have to say off season anymore.
Yes.
And then they'll let it will flush itself out, man. I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of attrition because these guys are going to be eating up a ton of snaps. Like Philip said before here, I started this comment, is there a chance that Caleb plays a series or maybe 2 next week? If he does, that's about it, 1 to 2 series, right? And I want to see some of these guys with Caleb, right?
Yes.
To see how they vibe, because there's an obvious connection with Bagent and Davis, right? We saw that. We've been hearing about it all in camp, but I want to see that same connection with Caleb.
Yes.
Right? Because that's ultimately the guy who's going to be throwing it to him. And we'll learn a lot, right? If they're out there with Caleb, does he trust them? Right, because we kind of saw that last year. It seemed like there was some times that he didn't have full trust in some of the receivers. They didn't see the rock that much, man. Right? So, yeah, I'll be curious. We're going to cut guys that would have easily been starters a few years ago. That's a nice problem to have. Amen, brother. Amen. So, which speaks to the back half of this roster. And we were very critical in the offseason. If you watched us, man, like, we were pissed that they didn't make some of the splashy moves that we were used to from years before.
Yeah.
But the one thing that they did do is strengthen the middle and the back of this roster, and it's definitely showing up in this preseason for sure.
Ooh, here's that spicy meatball by Paul Martin. He says, crazy question here. Rome's from Las Vegas. If the Raiders want Rome in a package for Crosby, do you say hell no if you're Poles? Wedge?
Oh, why did you have to give this to me first? I know why, because you legitimately have to think about this.
You do? This is good, Paul. This is good.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to take the easy way out, right? Because we get to do that type of thing because we're the host, right?
Right.
If you're in the middle of the season and Rome is having the season continue from what we saw in the first few weeks last year before he had the foot injury, I would say no at that point. If he doesn't seem to be back to where he was in those first few weeks, where him and Caleb were getting ready to light the league on fire with that connection, and you think you're at the end away from making, I'm not going to say a playoff push, but a Super Bowl push. Oh, gosh.
I'm with Daniel here. Don't make your decision just yet, because this is a factor. When I was going to give my take, Dan's reading my mind, okay? Because it wouldn't just be like straight up player for player. They're going to want additional, and I think Dan, you did say, our I'm sorry, Paul had said in a package. So you insinuated it's going to be more than just player for player. But yeah, it's going to be Rome and what? A 1?
No. If that was it, I'd tell you to go F yourself.
Hell no.
Yeah.
So Rome and 2?
5 or 6, 7.
5 or 6.
Yeah. I mean, you're trading a freaking could be an elite receiver who's in year 3 of his career for a DN who's had injury problems. As much as I love Max Crosby, and I do, and as much as we talk about pass rush and everything else, I don't think I could do that trade, man. Like, no,
it's very tempting.
Yeah.
But I'm with you, Wedge. I'm holding off. I'm not. It's not a hell no, Paul, but it's a we have to say no.
Yeah. I can't even think of another player that I would package with a 1 that I would be willing to do that. Maybe like a Austin Booker and a 1 for Max Crosby. Would I do that? Probably.
Yeah.
Right? But a young offensive talent who's on a rookie contract, and not, towards the end of the contract yet. I mean, hell, we still have the option to pick up the 5th year on Rome next year. So it's, I don't see it, man.
Nice thought exercise, though.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
It's a brain teaser. A little bit. I'm like weighing these all out in my mind. But yeah, nah. Tempting though. Because, well, hold on. I'm still working out the deets.
Yeah, man.
Because our wide receiver room is stacked. So, it is kind of one of those things where, damn, it's Rome. This is going to hurt. But we do have a staple of wide receivers. And we're adding a pass rusher that we desperately need. But, yeah, I'm still maintaining. I'm with Wedge. I'm being bullish on this. We're going to just stick with the course. Stay with the course. Yeah. And, of course, Don Burr, the Bears stink. Thanks, Don. So do the Lions. Lions stink, too. The Lions stink more.
More smelly.
Oh, crap. But, okay. So.
One more huge topic we gotta get to here.
Here it is.
Yeah. So
left tackle.
Left tackle, man. Left tackle competition. Go ahead, S.
Oh, no.
Seeing how you put me on blast. Oh, fine. All right. I'll take it. Okay.
Yes. You set these. You set up you rack them.
All right. Left tackle competition. What we saw. So Kareem Amegadjie and Jedrick Wills yesterday were the primary people that we saw at left tackle. Okay. Kareem Amegadjie started off in the first quarter. Jedrick Wills took over the second quarter, got pulled for the 2-minute drill, and Kareem Amegadjie went back in. That's how this ended up shaking out for the first half.
Yeah.
Okay. What did we learn about these two guys? Kareem Amegadjie.
Kareem Amegadjie. I'm done with Kareem Amegadjie.
I didn't remember how big this dude was. That dude is a mountain of a man.
Yeah.
I will say that. I don't see the bend. I don't see the drive off of the ball in the run game. And I definitely don't see a starting caliber left tackle in pass pro out of Kareem Amegadjie. Okay. He has a better anchor than what maybe Braxton does, but everything else, I don't see it. And Daniel, exactly what, Ben? The dude was practically standing straight up in his frickin' stance. Okay? And I get it. you're on the outside, you're a tackle. You don't necessarily have to get in a 3-point. Most tackles don't. Okay. Because it's tougher to kick back on that. Right. So, long story short, no way in fucking hell is Karan Amegadjie winning the left tackle competition.
No.
Okay. Plain and simple. Jedrick Wills, probably the most disappointing player in that game yesterday for me was Jedrick Wills. I was expecting a lot more out of this guy, and I get it. The kid hasn't played competitive football in almost 2 years, and it showed. He was not physical. That sack that he gave up was Nate Davis-esque in terms of the turnstile that he was in letting this guy by, which almost caused a turnover. Yeah. Needless to say, this experiment is almost over, I think, with Jedrick Wills. I think this kid is more mental than physical because he was a mountain of a man as well. Like, I didn't realize how big he was until he was out there. Yeah. But it was not good, man. Both of these guys, not good. So here's my thoughts on this left tackle competition. I hope Poles is right and Ozzy Trapillo is going to be back in this offseason.
Hey.
So, my 2 cents, man. I'll turn it over to you, or if we want to grab some of these comments, we can. And then you can give me your thoughts on the left tackle competition.
Yeah, so I am 1,000% yes on everything you just said.
Mm-hmm.
It's boiling down to here's what we have. Braxton Jones is going to be the left tackle unless Ozzy gets some live rep action and he proves out, because he has to prove out too. He can't just be healthy and out there. He's got to look and play better than Braxton. But that's what we're looking at, because you said it perfectly. There's no shot in hell Karan's being our starting left tackle come week 1 in Carolina. Zero chance.
Yeah.
And then Jedrick, unless, again, in the next 2 preseason games, he seems to have the complete 180-degree turnaround. It ain't going to be him either. Yeah. So we're going to hope that Braxton gets healthy, because, right, he's a little dinged up right now, that he's ready for week 1. And at that point, it's, golly, man. But like you said, I hope Ryan Poles is right on the ETA for Ozzy Trapillo, please. Now we can get to these comments now.
Yeah, real quick here. Jedrick Wills, if it stands right now, if they were to cut somebody, he's the first left tackle cut out of that room for sure. Right, in my opinion. So let's take a look here. So damn sad. We got to have at least one Poles 3rd or 4th rounder besides Booker become a quality player. The number of busts in those spots is laughable. Wills, yeah, you think he would have been fired up facing his former team. Agreed, man. Agreed. Yeah. So, Don, I feel you're paying your team isn't the same anymore, just like our defense. God damn it, Toast. Our big baller, Achilles heel left tackle. Our left tackle is a bowling pin getting knocked over by bowling balls, a.k.a. DNs. A shaky Ozzy. A shaky Ozzy's better than these guys. Damn straight.
That's what I'm thinking.
And I don't think, as Ozzy was going on, man, I think he was definitely getting better. And then finally you can watch the waiver wire here. So, listen, you know who I thought had a good game was Theo Benedict over at right tackle. Starting over there. He looked good. Powerful in the run game, moving people off the spot. I definitely think he looked better at right tackle than he did at left, but he can play both if you need him to. If it came down to where Braxton was hurt and your choices was Karan, Jedrick, or Theo, guess what, Theo? Switch them feet up and get to the left side. So, yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we're at there on left tackle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, like Paul was saying, no one noticed Roush lined up next to left tackle when the game started. Dude, that dude is just a big boy, man.
He's a big kid, dude. A big kid.
Yeah. So they will be able to help out the left tackle, even if that position isn't A grade for sure. I think is kind of what, Paul was starting to say there. So, but we got through everything, man. So
that was everything, man.
Let's start wrapping it up, man. Overall, I mean, give me your overall thoughts on the game, what you saw, optimism, pessimism, whatever you want to give us, man. Let's start breaking it down.
Yeah. So all the good stuff. Because it was the first preseason game, we really got to see the depths of the roster for pretty much the whole game, right? And from what we saw, I think it overall generally was a very good outing by our second team, our third team. Of course, that is a huge stamp of approval for our elite coaching, that these guys were ready to play. They were able to play fast and physical and do all those things. They had these guys ready to play football. But just the standouts that we saw was very encouraging, again, from the defensive line. Mm-hmm. Huge optimism coming with that, with Vandenberg, with Gallamore, mm-hmm. with Lynch. And Dan says need to start games off better on both sides of the ball. So there's that. Yeah. Was right, because that was something that plagued our team last season. Mm-hmm. Was the slow starts. And so, again, slow start with Bagent. Definitely we were a little critical of Bagent at the top of the show when we started off there. But he got into the swing of things, and the offense started to produce, and he looked better. But agreed with that statement, Dan, that we need to definitely start off better on both sides of the ball. Agreed. Wedge, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, excellent observation, Daniel. We talked about it, and you were covering at the end there. So slow starts to this team was a thing that we saw week in and week out last year. It did creep up a little bit again in this game. I'm not as concerned right now. None of our starters really on offense had started. I would have liked to see Tyson Bagent do a little bit better coming out the gates, but it's also the first preseason game of the year, so I'm not overly concerned. One thing I did like, the other thing that plagued this team is how they finished the first half. And in this case, they finished very well. So the focus on that in the preseason translated into the game, which was nice to see. Right? Browns went up 10-0. The Bears kept at it. They started getting back into it. You saw as the game progressed, the team got better, which is what you want to see, especially in preseason, right? Now we have to see how this is going to translate from this week's game into next week's game with the Bengals. And we might not get a true depiction of that just for the simple fact that they have joint practices and everything's coming up, right? So we'll see if the starters are going to be able to cut their teeth or not. So, but overall, we saw the rookies making plays out there. Vandenberg gives me a lot of optimism on what this D-line could be. Gallamore, Street, all played well. Dio kicking to the inside played well, which gives me optimism that this run defense can be better this year. the one thing that showed up to me overall, the team speed has definitely improved. They've been talking about it. We want more speed. We want more speed. It translated into what we saw in the preseason game. So, yes, this team has gotten faster, especially on defense, which is where the focus was, right? Which also gives me more optimism that the intermediate passing game, in which this team got torched on last year, thinking, and I don't even want to say this team's name while he's lurking in the chat, but you think about what the Lions did across the middle. Hell, you look at what the Packers did across the middle of the field with these crossers. I think the linebacker play is going to be better this year. I think they're deeper at defensive line and linebacker. The secondary is still under fire with the injuries that they're dealing with, but has the potential to be a pretty good one again. The one thing that people were saying is not going to show up anymore. Oh, you can't rely on these turnovers. The Bears got 3 of them again.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 picks and a sack strip fumble recovery by Mr. Chroma, which we didn't give his just desserts on the show today.
Oh, we didn't.
So sorry, Chroma, bro. Hopefully you can replicate that over the next few games, and I want to see you be able to make this roster, man, if you're playing with that type of intensity. He's been with the Bears for a few years on the practice squad, so
I remember him last preseason. Yes.
I love to see the stories where these guys are able to grow within the system, right? Yeah. So yeah, I saw a lot of good things. I saw a lot of things that give me hope and optimism for this season, that they're not going to regress, man, and you guys can say it if I'm looking at it through Bears colored lenses. I don't give a shit. I am just as optimistic about this team being a good team and not regressing as I was before I seen them take a snap. So I'm excited to see this team play. Yes, they need to continue to get better, which I know that Ben Johnson will make sure happens, which is nice to say that this coaching staff, I can trust in these guys to get these guys ready for the regular season and be able to hit the ground running, where we don't have a lapse against the Vikings in week 2.
Facts.
So I'm excited to see what this is going to look like once we take the training wheels off and the ones get in there. Man, you saw the type of speed and execution from the 2s and the 3s, and they're 2s and 3s for a reason, because the 1s are better. And to think what this team could do when you have your starting offensive in there, it's like we've been saying all offseason, man. This thing's going to be lethal. I mean, we almost threw up a 40 burger with 2s and 3s.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how exciting is that, man? And that's without scoring in the first freaking quarter.
Right.
Yeah, man. So I tell you what, we will see how I feel after week 5. And I'm thinking I'm going to be feeling pretty fucking good, quite honestly. So, and I know, Don, that you will be here to hear what exactly I feel at week 5. And I appreciate that from you, man. Whether the team's doing good or bad, you're going to be there. I know it. So
yeah, definitely keep coming back, Don. Check the pulse of the Everything Bear Show and how we're feeling.
Yes. We love the protagonist and the heels and everything else within the chats. So, that's kind of my 2 cents here. So, as I'll let you take some of these comments here, and we'll get caught up before we get ready to put a bow on this thing.
Let's see. Well, I don't know where to start back. You guys were kicking ass again today. It was fire in the chat all show. Yeah. But Don Burr says Goff's 31. He's not old at all. Quarterbacks play till they're 45 nowadays. Can't even hit quarterbacks anymore. Yeah, Goff's gonna be around for a while longer. And he is a good quarterback. You can't take nothing away from him there. But The Lions' arrow's still going down, Don. Let's see. Toast. Finishing third isn't better, just so you know. Okay, you guys are going back and forth. Paul says, flaws and all, our D has been able to make enough stops to allow offense to outscore opponents in these comebacks. So that is a fact, right? The whole reason comebacks are possible because when it matters, the defense steps up and makes stops. And then get the ball back into your offense's hands and then let Caleb do the rest. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Dan, good point here. Poles inherited a dumpster fire and up against the cap. I mean, think about what Poles has done. Was he perfect? No. No GM is perfect. But he was able to take a team who was in salary cap hell, draft capital purgatory,
mm-hmm.
and make what do they call that? Chicken soup out of chicken shit?
Chicken salad.
Out of chicken shit. And he was able to do it. And yesterday was a good testament to his roster building because our 2s and 3s dominated. That simple as that. So, we were, as Bears fans, in the past, even our 2s and 3s look like shit. We're awful. But again, good roster building and great coaching. This is the end result. Let's keep this thing rolling. Good comment, Dan. Big baller. Ben Johnson makes good in-game adjustments. The best. No halftime adjustments. That shit's a relic of the past. Well, we made some halftime adjustments. No, bullshit. Okay, Ben Johnson will make adjustments from one drive to the next.
Yeah.
I love Ben Johnson. I love Ben. Let's see. Paul says every Brown quarterback that I almost said it.
I knew it. So I was gonna take it for you. I saw the wheels turning.
I'm Ron Burgundy. Every Brown quarterback that played yesterday has started versus starting NFL defenses. You'd think they could have lit up our backups. I actually thought Shador was going to. Because I was like, well, this guy's been to the Pro Bowl.
And he was going to outplay Caleb last season, too. So,
yeah. Yes. But no, I thought maybe he would have fared better than what he did. I mean, those Brown quarterbacks
He looked like shit.
Just terrible, man. They suck.
They're learning a new offense this year, too. So,
yeah.
But if I was a Browns fan, I'd be like, oh, no. Here we go again.
Here we go again. Big Baller says, big explosives with Bears speed. Yeah, the whole team looks just faster. Don Burr back at Dan says, doesn't take a GM 5 years to turn around a program. It did in our case, Don. I mean, it was an absolute dumpster fire. It was a shit show, Don. You know that. You've been following the Bears for 16 years.
But, I mean, if you don't have a QB in place, you can do everything you want. It just doesn't matter until you found that guy, and we finally have.
And this is a two-parter here where Dan says Eberflus set us back 2 years.
Yeah.
It damn near screwed Caleb up. That was like my huge fear because what Caleb went through his rookie year, for most quarterbacks, that ruins them. To get sacked 68 times, that will ruin a kid. Ruined.
You think about the other Carr brother that came out of Fresno State.
Perfect example.
Yeah. The kid was never the same again. He was, to put it in boxing terms, the kid was punch drunk at that point, man. I mean, it's just,
Kind of, though, this gives a testament to Caleb, his mental fortitude, to not let that rattle him, to not make him have shell shock or happy feet. The kid settled down. I know he felt light years better when Eberflus was fired. He knew he was getting a new coach. So then he finished us off the rest of the season. And then when the announcement came that the Bears landed Ben Johnson, he had to be like, well, didn't he say? I think he talked about it. He said he was driving. And in his car, he was like, fuck yes!
Yeah, to piggyback off of that, too, maybe, let me put the Wedge spin on this, man. Maybe that year is what Caleb needed, right? Ooh. To get that motivational juices pumping through him, like maybe to humble him a little bit. Not that he had, super success at USC that he might have been used to, but it showed him what the bottom could look like and that the only way that he could go was up. And damn, did he take that challenge head on? And like you said, kind of develop that internal fortitude, that never say die attitude, man.
Yeah.
It was a tough lesson, lesson that we didn't want him to see because he got the shit kicked out of him to the tune of 64 times, I think it was.
68.
So, yeah. And 24 sacks last year. So
hard times make strong men.
That's right. Painted nails and all. Vinny, if you're out there.
Yeah, Vinny, no show today.
Yeah.
I think I know who unsubscribed to us now. Let's see. Big Baller says they will say you can't count on turnovers next year, too. After leading the league again with Al Harris this year. I mean, yeah, great point, Baller. Right, and adding on to what Wedge had said. Right, that was one of the big factors all the national pundits and a lot of people are saying about the Bears defense. Oh, you can't keep that up. All right, cool. Yeah, preseason game, 3 turnovers. Well, how about that? I just think, again, coaching. They're beating turnovers into these guys' heads. Get your hands on balls, interceptions, fumbles, punch the ball out, all the things. And it's manifesting on the football field. So I'm excited to see how this season goes with that because I'm confident that they're going to get their turnovers.
Yeah.
Noah says Max Crosby coming to the Bears, incoming. Trying to speak that into existence, huh, Noah?
Yeah, yes, man. He's riding that Max Crosby train pretty hard. Doot, doot.
Dan says Don is everywhere. I'm telling you, man. He's got He's got an office with 4 monitors and he will simulcast. He's got 4 or 5 different Bears podcasts up at the same time commenting on all the different he's a madman. Let's see. Paul says, how much more interesting would this preseason be with a totally healthy Terrell Smith and Zay Frazier? Ugh, well, Terrell Smith, I wanted to see more of him. Sucks that he got hurt. And who's Zay Frazier? I don't remember her.
It was the one that had the grandma in Mexico, I think.
He got the job with the FBI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He works with Peanut.
Zay Frazier hasn't even been on the practice field.
Oh, yeah, let alone.
Well, he's gone though. He's gone. He's been cut. Big Baller can't wait till week 5 versus the Packers. And after beating the Packers, seeing Ben Johnson do a swim move on Matt LaFleur.
This sticks out the hand.
Psych. Yep. Psych.
Yeah.
Don Burr. When was the last time you guys won the Super Bowl? Oh, wait. Paul. How was such an incompetent staff able to develop a small school quarterback like Bagent? Talk about unsolved mysteries. That's but then again, that's what you would say about the testament. That's the word I'm looking for. That's a testament to Tyson's work ethic and drive, that he could have elevated himself to play outside of the incompetent coaching at Shepherd.
I like this one incoming. If we could have played Colson Loveland, we may have gotten our 50 burger.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure. And big baller. Max Crosby just looks and feels like he should be a Bear. All right, boys. What a great show today, man. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for adjusting to this is the in-season time that we will be going live. 9 a.m. and you boys were ready to go, man. So you guys were just as juiced up as we were to talk about some Bears after the first preseason game. Football is officially back for us, so we do not have to deal without football for quite a while. Bye week sucked, but there's plenty else to talk about, right? So in the bye week, if you guys haven't joined us before, that's when we'll do the first half-season recap. So we'll have plenty going then. We still will go live on Wednesday night. Let's talk about it some more. As the Bears get ready to do some joint practices with the Bengals. And then Sundays, we'll continue to go live at 9 a.m. So make sure you boys set those alarms. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe. Don't forget to ding the bell for when we go live because we will have post-game reactions as well. So let's get in there. And if you haven't joined the Discord, we will be active during the season for the Discord. Preseason, like I was saying, is a little bit tough with us because, unfortunately, we ain't paying all the bills with this show yet. So
hit that like and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so we can start paying some bills around here.
Yeah, make sure we don't have to go to work, okay? Come on. So, anyway, with that being said, you know how we do, and we will see you guys Wednesday.
Peace. Hit that like button, boys. Hit the like button on your way out.
Bears are back.
Wind off the water, that old homestay stand. Jerseys in the driveway, grills on the line. All week long we wait for this Sunday time.
Woo!
Hear that crowd start rolling, feel that blue and orange pride. From the first whistle blowing, we come